All right, let's get to it, man. Episode 133 of the Drag Drive Repeat show presented by Summit Racing right here tonight. Y'all, it's going to be a fun one. PRI recaps and a whole bunch of guests. And Jay Blanchard is, they're fabricating stuff right now for the Fast Act Nova. So we're going to start this thing off. Mr. Eric White, hit that intro, please, sir.
All right, let's go.
All right, guys, welcome to episode 133 of the Drag Drive Repeat show presented by Summit Racing. Dude, I can't believe we're right here. It's the middle of December. What has happened?
A lot, honestly, a lot has happened.
Yeah, a lot has happened for sure. Well, guys, my name is Mike Nark. I'm Mike Narks. I'm the host of this show and the news that happens on Saturdays. And dude, we're getting down to the last few episodes of the year, man. I think we got one more news episode, and then maybe one more show by the end of the year. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's crazy. We've talked about that a little bit. Mr. Eric White, tell them what you got going on.
I am Eric White, co-host of the show and news, everything drag drive repeat related, artwork, anything like that, but mostly photographs, which this was the least amount of photos that I have ever taken at PRI this year. That's how busy we were.
Yeah, there was I don't know, man. I feel like we didn't have any like walk around time. We
Yeah,
were focused on getting to the next spot every chance we got. It was how fast can we get there? Well, let's
yeah.
get into this thing.
Day two, I did not pull the camera out at all,
Phew.
which blows my mind.
Yeah, typically we'll walk around at night, 7 o'clock at night. We'll be in there doing all that kind of stuff. And this year, it really wasn't any of that. We had plans most every night, and man, I would oversleep in the mornings, get down to the bottom about 7:35, 7:40,
Yeah.
and then it was just a mad dash to get over there. It's crazy.
Yeah, Danny, here it's called work. It really was. I calculated, I think 70,000 steps is what I had for the weekend.
Mm. Yeah, I don't know. I had 20 on Thursday. I don't know. And then another 17 on Saturday. So it's 35. Yeah, I don't know. Somewhere in there.
Yeah,
Uh,
crazy.
it was wild. Good times, man. Well, I tell you what, the one thing that we did get to do there was see all of our race car friends. Saw
Yes, a lot of
a
those.
ton of people, man. It was so cool to have everybody come by the booth. We gave out 300 decals and blew through the first 2 days. Saturday was a little light at PRI total, but man, I gave them all out. It was pretty cool to have done that and be through all those and know that I'm getting photos of people that are sending them to me that have them on their refrigerators. Luke B sent me a message today that had them all kind of all three of them stacked together. It's just cool to know that those are out there in the world. I hope I ended up with one. I'm pretty sure I put one in my bag, but I haven't found it yet. So I
I
may
still,
have one.
I still have a couple of the original test ones.
Nice. Awesome. Well, if we need them, we can maybe have you bring me one of those at the circuit. But guys, just want to say thank you for being there. Thank you for coming up to us. Thanks to everybody at the house that was sharing all of our stuff. We posted a ton while we were there. Big shout out to Brian who did all the video editing while we were there. And man, it was just really cool to do that. And of course, to get a chance to see our sponsors and actually spend a little bit of time with them. Um, those guys were as busy as we were, so we would go by a booth and and try and pop in real quick. And a lot of times we'd have to come back because those people are, our folks are talking to folks. So, as we run into the last few days of the year here, I want to say thank you to all of our sponsors who've been part of the program here all year. It's been an incredible year, and we couldn't do it without them. So if you guys are shopping, hit these guys up: Summit Racing, Deechworks, Molly Motorsport, Driven Racing Oil, Howard's Cams, J-Wire Solutions, AFCO Racing Products, Performer Built Transmissions, Car Chains 3D, Power Tube TV, who has a ton of new shows coming up, WAF Racing, who was in the booth with us, Sweet Patina, the best hand cleaning wipes on the market, and then Racing Junk Classified. So if you are trying to do a little shopping, hit those guys up as we move into the last few days here. I mean, if you haven't ordered your Christmas, you probably need to do that. You probably need to be shopping on a small window in your phone right now because
Right.
it's real tight. So anyways, Summit Racing Speed Legacy began in 1968 as a one-man startup and is now the world's speed shop. With 4 facilities and 200 plus catalog editions, they fuel your passion, save you money, and deliver fast, and offer top-notch customer service on more than 1,500 brands. Make sure to download the Summit Racing mobile app for easy access to speed parts. You can find them on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram for all your social media stuff. And then also on podcasts, you can listen to the On All Cylinders podcast. From humble origins to the social media lane, Summit Racing stands by your need for speed. You can find everything at summitracing.com, or you can pop over to our website, dragdriverpete.com, or you can find the pinned posts at the top of Facebook and just click on that. It takes you right to Summit Racing site, right through our affiliate link. So we'd appreciate that for sure. All right, what you got going on here, man? What are we talking about? Got some cool stuff on the Summit deal.
Oh yeah, we've got some heated jackets. So I had actually seen these yesterday, I think it was, and I sent those over to you and said, "Man, we could have used these during PRI with all the traveling we did between the hotel and the convention center and after going out. Man, this was the coldest year that I have been at PRI."
Yeah, we had joked about, there's no scooters around. But man, by the end of Friday, I wouldn't have rode one anyways. It would have been too cold. And then, of course, Saturday it snowed and snowed pretty hard all day. So that was pretty fun. Yeah, Brooks here saying I'd hate to add up the amount of money I've spent with your sponsors on both my cars, as far as my wife is concerned. Hundreds of dollars. Hundreds. I'm telling you, honey, that new turbo, they made a deal. I want it. Or it's $300. Everything's
Yeah.
$300.
Got that Motion Raceworks or Jack Stan Jimmy deal. So
Yeah,
scratch
right.
and dent one. It was $100. I don't know.
Yep, found it on a special clearance rack. Yeah, I will probably have one of these next year, to be honest with you. If it looks like it's gonna be that cold, I'm just gonna order one and have it with me there. So yeah, definitely get this on your list. If any wives are watching this, get this on your husband's list. Get him something that he'll love, and this would be one of them if he went to PRI this year for sure.
Yeah, no kidding.
All right. Well, let's talk about, obviously, hang on. Drag Driver Pete merch is on Summit. You guys know that. Not the ones with the head like this one here. Sorry. We didn't quite have that done yet, but maybe this is in the works. Who knows?
Maybe.
So, all right. Let's talk about some Drag Driver Pete updates, sir. This was a big week for us, man. PRI really kind of kicked off something we've talked about for months and months and months. Like 18 months, we've probably kind of had this in our mind. Race Car Friends membership group kicked off, and this is a big deal for us. I want to say thank you to everybody that signed up in the OG program. 52 folks signed up. I promise I'm going to take care of you guys. This is going to be awesome for everybody else. It's $10 a month. Lots of stuff going to happen under this. Lots of fun things, exclusive content, behind the scenes stuff, a lot more live streams that are held kind of in behind here, where we're going to have a bunch more guests on and talk about a lot of stuff. Things are already starting to work in the background, but I will tell you, over the next few days, I'm working on how we're going to do the drawings for the free entry into these 10 events that we have been gifted free entry for these folks. So basically what I want to know is basically what I'm setting up is, are you interested in that event? If you are interested in that event, I'll put you in the drawing on that. So I got to figure out how to get everybody's name and break all that down with the forms and things like that we have. So that'll be coming up in the next few days. Don't worry, the program is still available. The OG program is gone though. It actually extended through Monday, because Jay Grabiak didn't sign up, and I should have taken his money on Thursday when he tried to give it to me. So, anyways, I'm really excited about this. This is going to be really, really cool. We are doing shirts for the OG members, the OG race car friends, that will have the first 3 people that signed up. It will have their shirt, their car on the shirt. So big shout out to Ed Enzer, Jason Hurley, and Nico Cristoferi for being the first 3 folks to sign up in this. And really, I think it was just timing. Ed got in because he's like, I don't know how to do this stuff, so send me the link. And he was one of the first ones to get in on it, so pretty excited about it. So those are in design right now. We didn't want to do it, we didn't want to pre-design the shirts because we wanted to do the first 3 cars that were the first 3 racers that signed up. So I figured that was probably the best way to do that and celebrate those guys. And so that is at the designer right now and should have it back, I would think, in a couple weeks. And then obviously making the order. I'm hoping, we should have them back by sick week, so I can either bring them to sick week or I can mail them out to everybody ahead of time. But as soon as we get them, they're going to go out to those OG race car friends. So again, thank you all so much for doing that. It's pretty freaking awesome. Love you guys, and can't say it enough. Our race car friends are really what makes the world go round, and this program is going to let that continue. All right, sir, tell us what's going on with the circuit, though.
Yeah, so Summit Racing is back as our presenting sponsor, and I didn't show this during the Summit part, but those that did see this post when we were at PRI, that would be the new cover photo for the Summit. I think Tommy called this like their flyer insert, so this will be going out to everybody soon. But drag photo by drag driver Pete right there on the cover of that. Like that's pretty cool.
That one taken right by your man Eric White. Sorry, I saw your note there, but I was seeing second photo and I was trying to figure out what I had put in secondarily there. So sorry about that. Yeah, dude, I'm really excited about you having that. That's going to be seen by like millions of people.
Yeah, that's going to be pretty wild. It should be going out. I think Tom said beginning of the year it should start hitting the doorstep. So super excited about that. Yep. That was given to me there right at PRI. So super cool. Appreciate definitely Summit for doing all that they do for us, which is why they're coming back as the presenting sponsor of the circuit. And go-karts are a go for 2026. Listen, we will have the Go-Kart Racer Party Saturday night presented by Deechworks. This is going to be wild. You were telling me a little bit about this earlier today on how fast these go and how big that track is.
Yeah, so I've been talking to the guy that runs the track, that owns the track, and he said that they host like world-class events here. World-class go-kart races are held at this place, 0.7 miles. He said 40 plus miles an hour with adults in them.
Wow.
You better buckle up and bundle up, I'll tell you. So to quote him, he said, to quote the website, says, these are not your 12-mile-an-hour rental carts that have limiters. These are professionally maintained concession carts, whatever that means, with a top speed of 40 plus miles an hour that you can drive on a real purpose-built 7/10 mile asphalt go-kart sprint track with 12 turns. Says the fastest concession carts in town. Rental carts do not compare to our concession carts. Experience kart racing with your family and friends at the Oklahoma Motorsports Complex. So yeah, during the circuit 2026, this is going to be nuts. This is right down the road from Deechworks. So they're going to be on site helping us, probably racing a little bit too, doing all kinds of fun. We're going to order pizza in. We're already working on all the back end stuff for this and how it will work. But dude, look at that track. That thing looks insane.
Yeah, that's going to be a little more turns than we did at the Sit Kart Chaos. But whew, are you going to be able to handle this?
I'm going to really have to start working out this time.
Yeah, you definitely struggled a little bit at the Sit Kart Chaos there. Are you still a little sore?
Oh yeah, dude. The bruise on my hip is coming through now, and the under part of my arm right in here is pretty salty. So yeah, Danny, so we did roll out a monthly membership with the Drag Driver Pete plan. And to talk to Tom's point here, only 52, that was a very soft opening. We kind of hinted at it at a few points throughout the show leading up to that. So it kind of goes with what I wanted, a soft open to this to really kind of make sure, hey, I'm not going to screw something up as several hundred people try and sign up. So I think it's going to be awesome. And it's kind of one of those deals you really have to show people what you're going to do before they start signing up. So we're going to show them. We'll start a sick week and go from there. So it's going to be pretty fun. I'm really pumped about what we can do with that. And but back to the go karts, primo stuff, man. This guy is excited. He's a drag racer. He said, you know, they host like world class stuff here. He's like, oh man, you guys, he's like, you have no idea what you're getting into. So big shout out to Kai at big shout out to Kai at Deechworks who hooked me up with the owner of the place. I want to say thank you to him for making that happen.
Yeah, this is going to be a ton of fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm ready. This is going to blow the Branson carts out of the water.
Yeah, if people thought they had fun at that one, just wait until they show up to this.
Yeah, this should be pretty good. We're working on a transponder program. I want to see if there's some like apps that would be transponder type friendly. Because I really want to run like a top 10 race. There's 20 carts total. We could run a 20 cart race to end the night if we wanted to. But I was thinking I wanted to do like the 10 quickest racers would be kind of cool. But he said he doesn't have a transponder for the track because they typically race, you know, in a traditional format. So yes. So can we share the friends on our site? I don't know what that means.
Probably the Race Car Friends program.
Oh yeah, it's on the website. It's on the Drag Driver Pete. I'll grab it real quick. All right, sir, lead us on. What's next?
Yeah, Brooks here saying, man, those carts sound like a hell of a good time. It's gonna be fun. Like these things, it's gonna get competitive, I'll say that.
Oh, not us. Not all of us. It won't be competitive at all. Yeah, and again, this is free. It's closed rental. We've rented the entire track. This is just for the Circuit 2026 racers and road trippers and the crew that comes with them. Dude, I'm so ready for this. This has been something that I've really been working on behind the scenes a bunch. I've emailed this team of people and called the number I had before then 10 times trying to get this stuff lined out. And then Kai at Deechworks hooked me up, got me the right name and number, and had it worked out in like 8 minutes. I was like, dude. Anyways, that's the way it goes.
Yeah, bring it on.
All right, man. We gotta get rolling here. Some Driven Racing Oil event updates.
So we have a new video for this, right?
Mm-hmm. You may hit it.
Yeah, go ahead. I want to make sure it's the right one.
All right.
Hey, it's Brandon from Fort Smith, Arkansas here. Driven Racing Oil is a performance engine oil that can do it all. GP1 is the ultimate oil for any race or performance application. Whether launching hard at the drag strip, enduring the extreme heat of off-road and circle track, or pushing the limits in top-fueled drag boats and demo derbies, winning racers choose GP1. Compatible with engines from classic hot rods to cutting-edge race machines, GP1's unique surface cleaning and high zinc formulation ensures superior wear protection, particularly for flat tappet camshafts, while solving issues like cylinder washout with methanol and ethanol fuels. Crafted from the legendary Bradford, Pennsylvania base oil and enhanced with state-of-the-art additive packages, GP1 offers the best in protection and performance.
Dude,
that's killer.
That sweet buttery voice of Brandon Parker, mwah, amazing. And our boy Brian put that video together using the voiceover from Brandon. Dude, it was great, man. So thanks to Brian, thanks to Brandon for sure for stepping out of his comfort zone and putting that together, you know, giving us that voiceover. And just a reminder, because I didn't have it in the notes for the ad read, but DDR10 discount, 10% discount on all your Driven products when you go to drivenracingoil.com. Oh, yeah. Bam. There's Brandon right there.
Yeah.
Good job, dude. All right, let's talk about some event stuff, man. Lead us into this.
Yep. So Drop the Hammer has announced 3 events for 2026. We have the Michigan event, which is May 28th through 31st. We have the North Carolina event, which is September 11th through 13th. And we have Judgment Day, which was talked about live on the show at PRI. This is the single day event, July 25th.
Yeah, the Judgment Day deal I'm interested in. They tech and do everything over here at one place, then drive to the racetrack, and then drive a different route back to the original stopping spot. So kind of a neat format. I'm a fan.
Yep. So Carl said to clear up some things and explain some of the decisions for 2026 events, we will be doing a live feed on Friday at 7:30 p.m. Stop in and check it out, ask questions, and leave your comments.
Yeah. So good job to them, man. Thank you to Carl and the whole team that came by the booth. They basically let us drop the news of all three events right there at PRI. So it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, and they were looking sharp in all their matching
Man.
uniforms or
Yeah.
shirts too.
Yeah, gangsters. Green sleeves just looked bad to the bone, dude. And then
Yeah.
Red Rally came over. They let us release the dates and times of all that. I think you talked to them. No, I think I talked with them, right? September 21st through 26th, back at Medford as the host, going to Madras, which they said was a beautiful drive out that way. Woodburn, Coos Bay, and then back at Medford for the final day. And after this announcement, went in there and was talking to Jesse Adams and told him, me and my daughter are coming out and get ready for us. We're going to have a lot of fun. And he was like, well, I've got a car. If you're not opposed to driving something that's kind of hot roddy, I got a car you can borrow, convertible Chrysler Polara. He said it's super slow, but y'all can cruise it. And I was like, dude, I'm in. I'm
Right.
so in to get out there. So we'll fly out, of course. I don't want to kill 2 days there and back driving. So we'll fly in and out and get there and do this. I'm really pumped for her to see all of that. And for me to go to this event we've talked about for 4 years.
Yeah.
So that'll be a good one. What's up next?
Next is not that one.
Nope. Did I get them out of order?
Nope, you're right. I was too far. Back to the Streets, May 20th through 24th, Bunker Hill to host. And they're also going to be at Brown County, which is the cool track that everyone was excited for last year. Wagler Motorsports Park, Wabash Valley, and back to Bunker Hill. So all Indiana tracks for Back to the Streets.
Yeah, that's a good one. And he said that they're not racing at Bunker Hill the first day. They're going to drop and then drop trailers and then cruise to the first track. And I can't remember how he did it, but we've got a full breakdown of that on the site there, where Matt also gives us dates and tracks here for Back to the Streets. So, dude, we had a huge week. We had Mike Galemi over, who was talking about Hot Rod Drag Week 2026, which is in your backyard. September 14th or September 13th for Tech Day through the 18th, going to be Route 66 in Chicago, Byron, Cordova, St. Louis, and back to Route 66. Dude, that's going to be a heck of a trip. A real fun. You've already got that one on your calendar. I'm trying to figure out, man, depending on timing, I may hit that Route 66, Byron, Cordova, and then come home. Like that would be a pretty fun cruise right there, I think.
I mean, at that point, you might as well go to St. Louis, and then instead of coming back up to Route 66, you just continue on home.
That could work too.
Might as well just go straight down, go to the southernmost track, and then dip off.
Okay, maybe we'll see. It's not a bad idea. The crew, or I just come over to meet in St. Louis and then cruise up 66 with you guys to make that last little bit. That may not be a bad idea.
Yeah, that could be cool too.
Yeah. Anyways, all right. Dude, Sick dropped tons of events at the at PRI. It was a wild week for them. Speed Fest basically replaces Sick on the Green. They're partnering with Streetcar Bragging Rights and Streetcar Takeover, and basically each promoter gets 100 cars to do whatever they want to with. We're going to see some serious racing action here. 300 cars on site, dude. This is going to be nuts.
Yeah, it's going to be wild.
Yeah.
Then 666, they released those dates, September 27th through October 3rd, starting out at Mocan. How cool is that?
Come on.
Mocan, and then Bonatera, Mid-State Dragway to Chicago, and then backwards. So, man, I don't know what dates are going to be at what places yet. That hasn't really been out yet, but definitely gonna jump into part of that as well, since they'll be up in Chicago. I'll definitely have to pick apart some of those ones.
Right, maybe the Mid-State to Chicago and back, and then I'll take care of Mocan to Bonterre.
Yeah, that
Yep,
would actually work kind of
maybe
cool.
do that way something. I don't know. I'm interested in this one. Again, we're adding to the list every week. It seems like to my list of honey, I promise I'm only going to 10 events this year. So yeah, this one's going to be a good one. That Mocan to Bonterra, it's going to be a good trip, and that would dump me off kind of over by my mom's house, so I could just hang out there for a couple of days and catch it on the way back.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty good idea too.
Yeah. So yeah, Brandon Parker says, yeah, 666 sounds like a treat. I'm telling you, it sounds awesome. And then, dude, Mickey Thompson is getting in the drag and drive game. What? Are you serious? What's going on here? So
Yeah.
they're huge, obviously, and they're doing a try and buy for the first 2 days. And then for 3 days after that, you're going to be able to do a drag and drive that's set up by your man, Mr. Jason Moulton. JMO is what KJ Jones called him. Did a whole release there at PRI with coinciding with a bunch of new tire releases and all that kind of stuff. It's going to be a big deal. May 5th through 9th at Summit Motorsports Park.
Yep, the Mickey Thompson Turn and Burn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
way too hard to pick anymore. There's so many events. That's what we were talking a little bit about before the show. There is right now 38 events for 2026 on the calendar, and that's pretty wild.
That's a lot, dude. That's a lot already. I don't think we had that. I'll have to go back and watch a show from late last year and see what they said for
feel
how
like
many
we were
events we were at this point.
I want to say we were in the 20s. I don't think we were this high, but
No
you can
way.
find all of them at dragdriverpete.com/event list 2026. And that link just was dropped in the comments.
Mm-hmm. And hey, old friend of ours, Mr. Eric Bingston there, Destroyer 1320. Make sure you get your Mopar protection from him over there at Destroyer 1320. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. We were trying, man. We're out there working hard, you know. All right.
All right. So that
38
wraps it up.
events.
Yeah. That wraps up our Driven Racing Oil event segment. So definitely appreciate them. Again, DDR10 discount on anything on Driven Racing Oil website.
Oh, yeah. Moving to J-Wire here, and there's also a voiceover from that. If you don't mind, I'll play it.
Go for it.
What's up, guys? My name is Cole from Fort Worth, Texas. Expert car and marine wiring solutions that you can trust. J-Wire Solutions can wire and plumb your hot rod, your race car, hell, even your drag and drive car. Plus, they offer products to make your driving experience way better, like their blinker module that is just a must for all drag and drive cars. This module will allow your rear turn signals to continue to function while the brake pedal is applied, just like stock. Find all the details at jwiresolutions.com.
Another buttery voice there.
I dig it.
Yeah, right. And hey, then they don't have to hear us the whole time.
Right?
So big shout out to Cole. Thank you for doing that, buddy. Appreciate that a whole lot. Obviously, some of the products they showed there in the thing. And then Jay and Brian are currently, I don't know if they're messing with me or they're just jacking around, but dang. This is twins on the Nova. Hang on, I got to make sure to send them the link.
He said, who's that guy?
Yeah, who's that guy? Yeah. So I don't know if this is true or not. I don't know. Those guys play a lot, but man, if they've got if they're putting twins on the Nova 4.5 weeks ahead of Sickly, those guys are crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely interesting. Did they get a new turbo or are they going twins?
I mean, that's definitely twins right there, because those are definitely smaller than what they had for sure. Because they've got a 91. Surely those aren't 91s.
Eric here saying he'll get in on some voiceover stuff too.
Oh yeah, bring it on, dude. I'll send you a couple ad reads, man. That'd be awesome. He did a few for us early on. Remember that?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, we need to bring some of that back, man. His voice, another buttery voice there. Yeah, I don't know. This is crazy right here. If they're doing this 6 weeks before Sick Week, they are wild.
Yeah, that's
Wild.
interesting.
right? All right, so let's blast through this stuff real quick because we can't not give our Dragon Drive Awards recap, and then we're going to begin bringing people on that were at PRI with us and had some fun stories and just kind of hang out the rest of the night. So, Dragon Drive ambassadors, I'll list those out real quick. Jesse Mataferri, man, what can't get a better one than that. Tom Bagley, another great one, and Red Hat Scotty took home the Dragon Drive Awards or the Summit Racing Ambassador of Dragon Drive.
That is awesome. Next up, the Spirit of Dragon Drive was awarded to Robert Voss at the circuit, and Robert wanted it to go to Jesse Fox for his commitment to the community. He did Hot Rod Drag Week, which was on one side of the country, to Redwood Rally, which was on the other side of the country. Jesse has been to so many events this year, has put out so much content for all of the Dragon Drive community. I think this one was a good choice.
Yeah, definitely earned that status and earned that trip, man. That thing's crazy. Molly Motorsports' toughest roadside repair went to Philip Gullidge in the orange S10 after years of trying. This was the first time he had made it to the first route stop and ended up finishing the event, had a fire inside the truck, rebuilt the Lenco style transmission, and finally just finished his first event, man. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, that's awesome. Next up, Driven Racing Oil Road King. This one is none else than Raj Ahuja, 16,500 miles on the road for events, plus another 25,000 in the air, getting to and from the car. So again, definitely well deserved there.
Yeah, Road King's a big deal. Detroit's quickest 850 class average GT across all of the events. That winner of that one goes to Mr. Rick Steinke for his 85048 at Hot Rod Drag Week, quickest of the year.
Jay Wire says, do you think we spent money on turbos just to take a picture with them?
Yeah, but see, it's the eyeballs after that. It's the, I think he's messing with me.
Next up, the Howard's Cam bump spot for the number 100 quickest quarter-mile national event. This is the second quickest bump spot in history. Dustin Safford at Hot Rod Drag Week with an 8.744 average. That is number 100.
Yeah. 100 unique racers. Not like Bryant Goldstone, who's in there 3 times. That's not what it is. This is unique racers. Freaking insane. 874. Get out of here. Regional events, I really feel like I've said this a lot. They're the way to grow the sport. 15 events in 2024. We had more than 24 events, I think, in 2025. J-Wire Solutions' quickest overall quarter mile regional racer was Mr. Daniel Smith in the Celica from All Stars Dragon Drive 2025 with a 763 average. And then the quickest overall 8th mile regional goes to Mr. Steve Morris, again, second year in a row, in the Boostmaster wagon from Drop the Hammer with an 454 average.
Yeah, that's awesome. We got plenty of time to look at that car over the weekend. It was right next to us.
Yeah, I was touching it a lot.
The Car Chains 3D quickest overall 235 8th mile national event was Luis de Leon in the Motion Raceworks El Toro at 6 Summer with a 4.896.
Yeah, and I think that puts him in the top 10 of 8th mile racers across the world as well. So pretty cool.
And that was probably the only event that he raced in.
Yeah. Yeah, in a car that I don't think he had ever driven.
Probably not.
So went out there and just crushed it. The Performer Built quickest 8th mile national racer, Mr. Christopher Hegland of Street Week Sweden with a 449 average.
And then the AFCO Racing quickest overall quarter mile national. This one was pretty obvious. Ned Dunphy in the Viper. You know, this Viper right here.
The one that's on that cover of the shot you took there?
Yep, that one there. Hot Rod Drag Week, record-setting 6.17.
Yeah, quickest overall ever in a quarter mile national event. Pretty insane. Total of 73,840 championship points were collected over this 1 year. 10-0 points champion goes to Mr. David Lips with 86 points. I won't run through all of his stuff here because we did it in the thing, but 86 points is way more than just finishing. He won a class and then finished 2 other events for the 10-0 championship. Tell us who won the 3rd overall, though.
3rd overall in points.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Lamar Swindell with 105 points.
Yeah, he's kind of a badass. Took 2nd in 2 events and then winner of the quickest nitrous car. We don't see a lot of nitrous cars in Drag and Drive much anymore. Number 2 overall points and your 850 champion again, Mr. Randy Seward with 112 points, tied Bryant Goldstone, who won. But Randy won and reset records at all 3 events that counted. Has to be the toughest class across the board in all of Drag and Drive, especially at the events. Sick week, he won Street Race 275, lowered the class average to an 85068, the 2nd quickest 850 average of the year. He won Limited Street at Rocky Mountain Race Week Mega Week, Group A, and then he won the Pro Street class at Big Sky Race Week, reset records at all of those.
Pretty wild.
Yeah.
And of course, the 2025 Drag and Drive World Champion, Bryant Goldstone, won his class at all 3 events while running mid-6s. So won the Unlimited at Rocky Mountain Race Week Mega Week, destroying that 10-year-old record that was laid down by Larry Larson. Want to make sure we keep saying that, just in case it pushes them enough to come back. 668 average. And then won Unlimited Iron at 6 Summer and 2nd in Unlimited with a brand new car at Hot Rod Drag Week with a 660.
Yeah, he's kind of a badass. And then I had the notes on there. He did actually take 2nd place in Unlimited behind Ned Dunphy with the Corvette. Again, brand new car. Freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
crazy.
next year's going to be
average
wild.
on that one. Oh, yeah. 112 points. And what's crazy to me, so obviously after the year, everybody kind of has their thoughts on what should change, what should be allowed and things like that. And I am looking at a lot of different things, but really I have to basically do the math every time I look at something. So if we allow X, what would that mean for the points, right? Because we don't want it to be a runaway, right? So we don't want it to have wild implications. Like if you reset the record and suddenly there's now it's worth 4 or 5 points, which is what somebody suggested at one point. That's is that good? I don't know, because I'll have to go back through and look and see what that would do to all the point standings and changes. And basically we'll base it on what this year's top 50 would look like with small changes from there. So going to be crazy. Got a lot of work ahead of me. I intend to work on that over the next week pretty heavily. So it's coming. It's coming.
Bring it on.
Yeah. All right.
Well, again, congratulations to all the winners that from PRI. Appreciate everybody that's in the community, and look at all those people that showed up. The awesome trophies we got.
This was late in the show as everybody was kind of gathered back there talking.
Yeah, and appreciate Travis on the killer trophies as always. It was, man, ready to talk about PRI because we had a ton of fun.
Yeah, it was a blast. All right. Well, speaking of talking about PRI, let me flip over here. Just again, thanks to Jay. Appreciate you, buddy. Hope you guys work hard on those twin turbos on whatever you're putting those on tonight.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't believe you, man. I don't.
They might not even be. They might not even be for the Nova. They could be just fooling us. They could be for a different car altogether. I don't know why I didn't think of that earlier.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen Brian's garage. There's other cars in there. I mean, it's his daily driver Yaris, but I mean, hey, maybe he's trying to go fast to work. I don't know.
There you go.
All right. Dustin right here saying Dustin is what I aspire to be at 71 years old. Damn. That's right, man. And for that guy to get out there and do that and do as many events as he did, insane. Took that car from Florida to Montana to get up there and compete at Big Sky Race Week. So
yeah,
pretty competitive. 4 events he competed in, 3 that counted, obviously, and he just completely blew the motor up at Drag Week after 40,000 miles and like 800 passes or something like that. It was crazy to think that he did all that.
Brian, I call co-pilot.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. All right, let's move into the Molly Motorsports and begin bringing these guests on.
All right. Attention racers and high performance enthusiasts, are you ready to start your next engine build? If so, there is no better time than right now to check out the Molly Motorsports all-in-one Power Pack piston kits. With over 1,200 applications, these kits come complete with pistons, rings, wrist pins, and clips, all designed to work together. Check out mollymotorsports.com for more details. And for our podcast listeners, Molly is spelled Mahle. And we got to hang out with Eric and George for a little bit at PRI. They had all the Power Pack pistons on display. So anybody that was there at PRI, they could check those out in person.
Hold them in their hands, because usually they don't get to do that. They just buy them and ship them to the engine builder.
Right.
Got to see Scott, got to see Adam, who came to the circuit last year. That was a good time. So it was, their booth is so nice. I don't know, they may have 3 layers of foam underneath that thing. Their carpet was comfortable. I almost wanted to lay down on it by about the end of Saturday.
Yeah, it was pretty cushy. I liked it.
All right, well, let's start bringing these folks on. So essentially, we brought in a ton of folks to help us with the booth, and we'll ask them, obviously. But I think it worked very well, because we always had plenty of coverage. Nobody was brain dead from having to stay there too much. I think it worked out well. So we're going to talk to some of them. We're going to see some of the photos. We're going to talk about some of that stuff as we go through here. So let's bring on first up Mr. John Doherty. What's up, Doherty? How are you, sir? You having fun?
How's it going, guys? Having a blast.
Awesome. Let's bring in Camp Counselor Bob now. Robert Voss here. Team DDR, man. It was awesome to have you on site, dude. You were a breath of fresh air, man. I'll tell you, I had a blast.
You can say that in front of all these people, but we know the truth.
That's exactly right. Then Nico Christoferi, who's back in here, man. Is that the Malibu behind you? What is that behind you?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, buddy. That's what I'm talking about. Nico, this is your second year to come with us, and dude, I just want to say thanks, man. It's freaking awesome hanging out.
Thanks for having me, man. It's always a blast. Happy to help.
Man, I appreciate that. And then we're going to bring in back to the streets promoter himself, Mr. Matt Lang, who was at PRI. He spent some time in our booth, actually. We got to do a quick live stream. We got to do some of that stuff and kind of hang out over there. Matt, I think you're muted before we have you do all that stuff. But tell us how your weekend went. We'll start with you.
The weekend went amazing. We were able to release our tracks for 2026, like you mentioned earlier. Bunker Hill, Wabash Valley, Wagler, which everybody's excited about Brown County, but I'm most excited about Wagler this year. Big diesel guys. I think we might do a diesel class. It's going to be a blast. So again, Brown County, and then up to Bunker for the finals.
Yeah, nice. All right. So, but what you're saying is, like, to make sure you do a diesel class at Back to the Streets, you're going to need a sponsor for that class.
I could use one. Yeah.
Yeah. So diesel racers, let's help this boy out. Let's help him put on a big diesel class there at Back to the Streets. Well, I want to talk about some of y'all's experiences, what kind of fun you had, favorite cars, all that kind of stuff. So probably the easiest way is to start with Doherty and then kind of work our way like Camp Counselor Bob, Nico, and then Matt. Doherty, what fun did you have?
I had a really good time, but I really want you to start with Bob.
Oh. All right.
Okay. Yeah. I had a pretty good time. I can say that there were a lot of really, really cool cars. But I'd have to say the innovation is kind of what caught my eye this year, right? There was the innovation of HPT's dual entry turbocharger. That thing was slick, right? Like, it's crazy that it's taken this long to come up with something like that. I mean, we were talking with Jason Hurley about it, and, he was like, we've been using turbos for years and no one's ever thought of that. And that one won the, I think that what the innovation award or something of that nature, but
I still can't figure it out. Like, do they come in and then out the middle, or is it in and then to the intake? Like, dude, it looks backwards to me.
It does. And we tried, me, Nico, and Jason tried to get them to take the compressor housing off or the exhaust housing off, and they would not do it.
Yeah, he's like, I'll get fired, man.
Yeah, but the other one that's kind of an honorable mention that I don't know was even in there was BTR's new hyperdrive, right? Entire accessory drive that bolts to the front of an LS with water pump bolts, right? Like that is just, it was genius, right? Why has it taken so long for companies like that to do that? Those were the things that I look forward to. I'm heavy equipment mechanic my whole life, so I was over by the tools, looking at the welders, looking at stuff like that. But looking at the innovation of the new stuff that's coming out for these, for us, the people that are putting the time in for the racers to better their programs. It's every year is just dumbfounding how much innovation comes into it. I'd have to say though, one of the coolest vehicles that I seen over there was there was like a Toyota like King of the Hammers rig over towards the back by the sick booth. That thing was pretty gnarly.
That Mobile one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it sounded nasty too when they were pulling it out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You talking about the SUV deal?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was a Nissan Patrol.
Oh, Nissan. Yeah.
Freaking
Patrol.
That thing was bad, dude. It looked so perfect.
Yeah. When they started it up, it was like, God damn, what is that thing, right? So
yeah, it's got big, healthy turbo on it.
Yeah.
And they put it on the chip on the way out for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And, the other thing is just meeting industry connections. My first year trying to, promote an event and, just the amount of people that, came up to me and, hey, this is kind of cool, or gave me some criticism or, stuff like that. It was really, kind of heartwarming. Like, hey, maybe I can do this. So,
yeah. Yeah. Tom Taffner here saying, saw all these guys a couple of days ago.
I think they're
They are
famous.
Number one in our heart. Nico, what's up, buddy? Tell us.
I like to see Kai Kelly's Grand National that was in the IHRA booth, Jangulang. That was pretty cool to see up close and personal.
Mm-hmm.
That's a pretty bad unit, Also that IROC that Tin Soldiers put together. I forget whose booth it was in. It wasn't in their booth, but
Is it the Wolf racecraft?
Soldiers.
okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
man.
It had
That
a
car was
small black
nice.
Ford in it, but I was able to look past that and still admire its beauty. It was pretty sweet. I like how the cage was tucked in it and everything, and just in the weeds, dude. That thing was like scraping the carpet,
Yeah,
pretty
it all the way down.
Yeah.
Don't you have a Gen 2 small block Ford in your Mustang?
No, I mean, kind of. If you want to get technical. I'm not even an LS swap guy. I saved that for the Fords though too. So this still has a Gen 1 small block in it. So
Right.
yeah.
Matt, go ahead.
I was going to say, just actually putting like a face to the name on some of these people that you buy all the products off of. You're emailing back and forth, messaging and stuff like that, and actually being able to walk up to them and actually talk to them, shake their hand, get a little more personable with it, and just stuff that's kind of hard to just get written down. You can just back and forth with them a little bit, talk to quite a few vendors, learn some things that, it's going to help me, stuff that hurt me, but it's just knowledge overall and helps me with my path forward on what I want to do. So that was really cool to have the opportunity to do that.
Yeah.
So I'm grateful for that from you guys for sure.
Oh shit! No, we're grateful you came, dude.
Yeah, no, it was a good time, man.
Matt, I've got the pictures pulled up here.
You have them?
Yeah, let's flip through those. But tell us how much fun you had while you were there. What all you got into?
You guys all sounded like you had a pretty mellow event.
Well,
obviously you didn't go to Howl at the Moon with us.
It's early on in this conversation. We were definitely in Howl at the Moon.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. So Yeah, we gave away some Crocs to Adam Hodson for Back to the Streets, Back to the Future look.
Yeah, these were awesome, dude. These were so cool.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what this is now. Okay.
Yeah, we gave Matt Walter. If you flip to the next picture, that's the back of it. So Matt Walter got a Matchbox car that matches his trailer and truck setup going down the road.
Yeah, Kanan Hall did these, right?
Yes, Kanan Hall made it for us.
Man, so cool to do the colored touches and things like that. This next one, we did have a little bit of this with you. I'm assuming those are water shots that are in there.
Those were not water shots. Instead of ordering, a round of shots, he ordered the tray of shots. So,
oh man,
a little rough.
Dude, no thanks. Who are these folks?
So Dave McKenna on the left there calls his car Streeter Bomb. And then obviously Beater Bomb, Joey on the right, got a picture of him. It was pretty cool.
That's awesome. Yeah, dude, Dave's car's fast.
Real fast.
Yeah.
Don't tell anybody though.
No, especially Dave. Especially Dave. We won't talk about numbers or times or anything. Not that I know him at all anyway. So I don't think he runs any of that stuff.
Nope.
Yeah. Pretty cool Streeter Bomb, man. That's awesome.
Yep.
Side note, people call my Mustang the Bezos Bomb. So when I first put it together for the circuit, it was like 90% Amazon parts, like trying to get the thing together for the low.
Yeah.
Yeah. See how that worked out for you, didn't we?
Yeah, it worked out real good.
Now it's not quite so low.
No.
Well, what were some of the stuff that you liked, Mike? What cars did you like?
Pro mods were kind of top of mind, but I'll tell you the 64 Lincoln over there, the black convertible, the goldish Camaro. I don't remember where the first gen Camaro. I don't remember where it was, like tannish brown gold. That color was really spot on, in my opinion. And then I think what other car?
Did you guys see the Cyclone? The two chassis Cyclone?
Dude, come on. That thing was like the green one. Wow.
Yes.
Yeah. And then probably Ready Whip as my last one, Devin's car. It was cool to be up close.
Oh, yeah.
That is the most sanitary car. That is the only word that I can think of that comes to that Ready Whip is sanitary. There's you could eat off of that thing. Yeah. Devin does a great job with wiring and, just seeing that up close and, the way that he had his ECM rack, it was just phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I know me and Jason walked by one afternoon to go check it out, and Devin was over there, and he was with Tom Bailey just giving him the business the whole time, and it was like so hard not to just laugh like the whole time, dude. It was great.
Yeah.
It was a pretty candid conversation to be able to listen in on. It was
that dude's a straight shooter and is not afraid of some shit talking.
No, dude, it was pretty good.
Eric, what about you, dude?
I was going to say Devin's car because nobody had brought that up. The green square body that was in the UMI booth, that was pretty cool. Didn't care for the wheels on it, but it was a pretty cool build. The trucks that were on the Power Tube show, I forget the name of that show.
Dragzine show, the Horsepower Wars or whatever.
Yep, those two trucks were pretty cool to see. Both very clean trucks. And then that Corvette that was over by the Toyota or the Nissan pickup, I had to look at that a few times before I even figured out what it was. So that was kind of a unique build, but I kind of thought it was cool.
The black with the twins tucked up underneath that were purple or whatever. Yeah. That car was awesome.
The one car, I guess, there weren't too many of them there, but that gasser right when you walked in, I can't remember what it was called, but
the gas hole.
Yeah, that was a good car, as well as Dennis Taylor's gasser.
Yep, that was a good one too. It was cool to see that car up close.
And then the big blown new Camaro that was down in the hallway. That one was cool.
Was Stephen Narks' buddies. We helped him get that car in there. That was a pretty cool car. Built that in a one-car garage too. Took it on power tour and everything. So now we got to get him on a drag and drive. Doherty, cars.
Yeah, cars. Devin Vanderhoof's car. That's one I took a lot of pictures of. The fit and finish on a lot of that stuff is, like you guys said, is super attention to detail. I didn't ever see a pro mod. It was so weird.
No pro mods.
I don't know if you guys found any.
I saw one diesel powered pro mod.
I might have seen a diesel powered pro mod. Yeah,
Yeah.
that one might have been there. No, there's a couple of really sharp C10s there. The black one, I don't remember whose booth it was in.
The black one, I think, was in HPT Turbo.
Yeah,
That
that's right. Super big fan of the C10. Like Nico said, putting a face to some of the names. That's a really good time.
Yeah, I agree. That was, and really, I feel like I failed you guys. We didn't end up at the bar with a lot of fun people at the same time.
I feel like, we did show, a quick bite to eat, Bible study, to bed early. So really no fun to be had. I don't know what happened.
It's super weird. The next morning I get blamed for puking on Doherty's floor, and I wasn't even there. We were in the same hotel.
Don't you lie. Don't lie. It was you, man. They said it.
We know what happened.
Doherty called it when he went in there. He said, "This isn't even our room."
Yeah. Before we get too rowdy, another thing is Whipple's new X50 or X. What was that? The X8 or their new? It's their X71. The blower that they have to replace or to be a direct replacement for the 871 671s. They have a 5-liter Whipple that will bolt in place of the old 871 blowers. They had that. They debuted that at PRI, and that thing was pretty cool.
Wow.
And then Tooley's Corvette actually was pretty. That one there had a lot of attention to detail as well. I couldn't fit in it. I tried to look like I might be able to, but I don't think I could have got in between the steering shaft and the seat.
And around the cage, there's like this, about this big.
Oh yeah, they would have had to put a new cage in there, cutting me out of it.
Nice.
And the Rotson was cool to see. Like I wouldn't call it one of the nice cars, but it was cool to see all the things on it that I hadn't noticed before.
Yeah, like dual wastegates.
Yeah.
Seeing the Rotson there gave me hope.
Yeah. Yeah, you can put anything you want in there. I don't think they care as long as you pay. It was the intention of the Rotson being there was to get rewired. And we went by like 3 or 4 times and never saw Mike there working on the wiring. We did go by and David Newbern was working on the wiring one day, but I don't think it drove itself out of there.
I never seen anybody working on it, and I want to know how it stayed out of the crusher.
Well, when you have a turbo out of the front, that makes it, people love that kind of stuff. So, it becomes a fan endearing car.
It's a bad car though. It is horrible.
We made it real. It said the more you look, the worse it gets. And man, it really pissed some people off. It was meant as a joke, but I didn't think it that way. I guess we didn't put LOL at the end.
We did see him at Howl at the Moon, and he said, "Do you know how much I got wired on that thing?" He's like, I wired the spark plugs.
Yeah.
And then he's like, he goes, I just couldn't work on it. There was too many people all the time. Mm-hmm. He's like, I just couldn't get anywhere.
Yeah. So we did see him several times. He came by the booth for a little bit, hung out for a few minutes while Nick Leonard and Frankie J were there from R3 Race Rebuild Repeat. They were there hanging out. Mike Finnegan come by, hollered at him. And then shortly after that, I lost my voice, blamed it on Mike Finnegan. But luckily, Kyle Loftus came by and let me borrow some honey right from his backpack and poured that straight in my mouth. It was pretty awesome.
The R3 guys spent some money at Howl at the Moon, putting up some very funny things on the board about Carl Balzer.
Yeah. Yeah, poor Carl. Like, I think the females in the audience were like, "Who is this Carl? Why are they being so mean to him?"
Yeah, even like the people in the band, like, man, Carl's just getting drugged tonight. Like, it's so bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Dirty Panty said they spent over 1K on
That's
on
wild.
putting stuff up there.
yeah.
Shoot, I got out of there with less than $300 with the entire trip. So
Nice. Nice. You made good financial decisions. So did I, honey. Wink.
thank goodness for Hilton points.
Yeah, right. That's exactly right. Hang on, Stephen Nark's jumping in here.
Yeah.
What up?
Thank goodness for Hilton points.
Yeah, right.
The fastest racer out of the group.
Can you hear us now?
The fastest racer out of the group.
Thank goodness he can weld.
Yeah, and race go-karts.
Yeah. Hey, you know what?
There we go.
I can't talk shit. I couldn't fit in the go-kart. So,
Oh, damn.
You gave it your best shot, though.
oh yeah,
You'd have done
I
better
gave it
than I
a
did.
college try.
You'd have done better than I did, that's for sure. Man, after I smacked the wall that time, I was done. Over with it.
That was pretty hilarious. It was like a folly of errors. You smacked the wall, and then it looked like you were going to recover, and you hit it again.
Dude, it
And we're like,
completely
okay, it's
put
over.
the go-kart airborne.
You hit it
I was
again.
in the air, and when
Yeah.
it came down, it was on the right side tires, and that
Yeah,
just fired me right back into the wall. So
multiple
I don't know
times.
what
It was-
happened.
There's
it
a
was a lot
reason.
funner to watch than it was to ride. I'm guessing.
There's a reason that Michael reports the news and Steven drives the truck.
Yeah,
100%.
yeah. So we were talking about favorite cars of PRI. So what you got, Steven?
Man, I don't know which one was my favorite. Probably the old Rotary 5.
Damn, yeah, I didn't even think about it.
Dude, when they
I don't
started
know
that
what-
thing up to
what they
pull it
called
out,
it.
that was wild.
I gotta find me some headphones. Give me a minute.
All right. Yeah, the 05 rotor was pretty insane. That car, yeah, man, they had that thing just, I don't know how to even explain the sounds that thing was making.
Mm-hmm.
We'll put him backstage for a minute. Yeah, I saw a Dirty Panda here talking about Fogo de Chao. That was a good experience. We walked in and like, how many IHRA guys were back there? 30?
All of them.
A gag.
Probably.
load.
It had to be it had to be 30 people at least or more, just
Well, I
back
mean-
on a table.
We had 15, and they made our group look small.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they had a longer table than ours, and more of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I
They
still
had-
think we ate more than they did.
I mean,
I haven't had to eat as much since I got home. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
I still haven't eaten.
I was done like 30 minutes before we left.
Well, between Alex, Nico, and who was that down there at the other end?
Rob.
Rob. They were putting it down.
Yeah.
Like-
They stopped coming around. They're like, "Are you finished?" I'm like, "No, I'm waiting for that guy with the fillet to come back around. Where's he at?"
The
They're
amount of
shoving-
cheese.
There
There
was
was
shoving steak on Nico's plate just to get him to leave.
Yeah.
Alex tore up some cheese, that's for sure.
Yeah, I think Alex got his beat on the cheese. That's for sure.
Yeah.
He came for the cheese and the cheese
There you go.
alone.
How about that?
I had to switch over to my phone. I couldn't hear anybody on the laptop for whatever reason. So
Oh, gotcha. Sweet. Well, yeah. Favorite car? You said the 5 rotor, and then what else?
probably the monster truck, just because it's
Mm.
like that's a big somebody should get in there.
Yeah, even on the transport wheels. Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
only thing I took a picture of the entire time. I took a video and a picture of the monster truck.
Yeah. So
Try
it's
wins, man.
it's pretty cool to see that thing in there.
Yeah. Were you over there when the girl was climbing on the top of it? Like she was sitting on the roof of that thing? Yeah.
No.
It must have been Eric and I walking around there. Man, it was crazy. She's way up there. I was like, no, I'm out. I'm not going to do
Yeah.
that.
It'd been cool if she did a backflip off of it or something.
Yeah, totally. Break her legs.
Right.
right there in the show floor. What else? What other products or anything like that did you see that you liked?
Man, I don't know. I talked to a bunch of people about wiring and trying to make stuff better like that for on my end of it. So a lot of talk with Wire Pro and then or Wire Care, and then a lot of talk with Fuel Tech and Link and all that stuff, trying to get that stuff figured out. But
For the MG or for other projects you got in the shop? Yeah.
for the MG and for anybody else's stuff, but mainly for mine, just because I don't have any way to go yet. So I don't know which one I'm going to do yet. So
Right. Did anybody go to any seminars or anything? I feel bad for not going to any of that stuff.
I went to the best event, which was the Drag Drive Repeat World Series points show.
Yeah,
I went to that one.
yeah,
That was the only one that mattered.
right. That's what
I've
we're
been-
there for.
Right. I've been talking to Summit a little bit, and we are going to move it to Friday, probably Friday afternoon. Yeah. I'm
Heck
thinking
yeah.
like if we do it at 3, probably have some beers at the booze afterwards. Just,
There you go.
I'll supply beers.
right. Like, oh, hey, we're all going to go down here next. So come hang out. But I figure that, and them too, they're like, hey, more people will be able to be there Friday afternoon. It'll make it, because I definitely don't want to do it on Saturday because I don't want to wait that long. But we'll try Friday afternoon, see if that helps.
I mean,
Heck
more
yeah.
people, you're going to be more nervous and probably talk more faster. So we're going to need some better notes.
Hey, we need to put like a shocker on my hand or something. When Eric can interject. Heck, I'm like, "Oh, okay, got
I
it."
mean,
So-
I'm going to wobble back and forth the whole time, but I can talk slow if you want me to.
If you watched, I pick up the mic a couple times and then you just kept talking and I just put the mic back down. I'd go back up and I'm like, nope. He's not even
Sorry,
taking a
man.
breath.
Nope. I was trying to blast through that thing. When I did look down and we were like halfway through at 13 minutes, I was like, ooh, I'm going too fast.
Did you guys see the new trans from Liberty? H pattern.
No, I heard about it, but I never went over and had a chance to look at it.
Did you see it, Nico? You were there a lot.
What's that? See what?
The H pattern trans from Liberty.
We did get a look at it. I know it's coming in. I talked to those guys like 2 or 3, like almost every day, because I have more and more questions. Because I'm looking at spare for my other T56 when it's probably going to exit the chat at some point in time. I learned some things that were good for them, not so good at what I have, and it's like one of those like you cry on the inside, but now you know. But that new clutchless deal, it's a proprietary thing that they're building. It's coming in a couple of different versions. They're gonna have a lightweight version that's good for like 1,800 horsepower or something like that, and then the full weight one is like 4,000 horsepower capable.
Holy shit.
I'll
All
take
the
the
gears are
lightweight one.
interchangeable, so there's like multiple gear sets, so you can tune it to like your torque curve or a horsepower curve in the vehicle. It's a true clutchless shift setup. I think was it me and you, Bob, that we were talking about? Like they're going to be building some rules around that thing here probably pretty soon, or it might have been Travis. But yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I think it's more for like pro stock type stuff. I don't know. You might see it on a drag and drive, but it is H pattern. It will still leave on the clutch, but you don't need the clutch for anything else besides rolling out. I'm pretty sure it's how that all going to work.
Every truck driver in the world saying hell yeah inside right now.
I know, right? Just slide them gears all day, baby.
Matt, how's that work for promoters like us? Like our biggest thing has always been leg activated H pattern.
Right. Yeah, exactly. That's my rule set is manually operated clutch with a H pattern shifter.
And that's it. That is a manually operated clutch with an H pattern shifter.
Yep.
I mean,
So
interesting. So
pretty well.
will you have to ride around that, you think?
I'm not sure yet. I don't know. What's the price point of that trans?
Well, that's the other
Um,
point, too.
I don't know if they had numbers on it yet, or it must have passed by me because
Yeah,
I
you
know
just
it's not my
leave
wheelhouse
your
currently.
card with them, and when it runs out, they'll call you when it's got more on it.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a good point too, because I mean, typically we're not going to see that in drag and drive yet.
yeah. It's pretty
I'm
gnarly.
sure Matt Walter's got one on order.
Probably that dude is an animal.
Well, if he wants it out for this season, he needs to order quick because I was talking to those guys. There's only 18 people that work in the entirety of Liberty Gears. because I've tried reaching out to them previously for an inquiry, and I never got a hold of anyone. I talked to them last year when I was with you guys. Never got around to actually getting a hold of them or doing anything because the Mustang kept dying, and that kind of took up all my time this season. But I got some connections over there, and probably going to be buying a whole nother Magnum, I think, through them. Just from what I have to what they have, one of their assemblers was there at the booth, and he went very deep dive on the T56 to me, because I still have a production Tremec that has face plating and stuff like that, a G-Force gear set in it. Their gear set isn't G-Force, it isn't PPG, it's their own proprietary deal. They use a whole different metallurgy. Their cryo process is different, their polishing process is different. Input shaft is made out of a different material than G-Force or anyone else.
Yeah, they won't even tell us the fucking TIG rod.
Yeah, I know you can, because you were like,
that.
I'll figure that out.
We try to limit that word some, but you know.
I won't let that happen again. But
That's all right.
they won't even tell us what the TIG rod is. Like, if someone orders TIG rod over in Australia, they were saying they grind off the number and send them TIG rod, so they don't know what it is.
Oh, geez, that's awesome. So,
Yeah, so it's pretty wild.
Nico, were you just like, talk to me more? Like, just elbows on the car. Oh my gosh, this is amazing.
Yeah, no, it's pretty cool. And then he just told me the differences between like a production Tremec with the face plating and like their Magnum and stuff like that, and weak points and stuff like that. Because I have a LT1 T56 in this car. Now, originally I was like, I'm just gonna buy a face plated gear set for it and input shaft and all that, and use that as a spare. But just the things he's telling me with the Magnum, it just seems like it's well worth the money. And because I spent close to like 12 grand for the face plated one I have now, and you can get one pretty much with all the bells and whistles and a Magnum with all their proprietary stuff for like $6,800. And that dude, I was crying on the inside when he told me that. I'm like, I might need to sell this one and buy 2 of those. I don't know.
Yeah. Dang, that's crazy. I think that is one great thing about PRI is just the amount of like experts that are there to talk about that kind of stuff. Like, it's not some weird booth worker, you know. I mean, it's like people that actually work there.
Yeah.
And it's a lot better that you can talk to them face to face and like touch the product you're trying to talk to versus being on a phone call with somebody trying to figure it out.
Yeah, or email back and forth and stuff that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or just like figuring it out on the brochure or whatever they have on the website. It's a very, summarized description.
Exactly.
So cool.
Being able to touch it's a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And their bit was cool. Like, they had like the cutaways on the transmission where like half the case is gone, so you can actually see everything in there and everything. So that's pretty cool. Even that new one that had split open and stuff like that too.
Matt, talk to us. What's the promoter life like at PRI?
I got to see about half the cars you guys mentioned. I don't know. It was a lot of work, but it's still fun getting to meet everybody, and face to face is the best, right?
Right. You're almost forced to like talk to more people when you're, out just even just telling people about the event. You're just in there trying to drum up momentum for the event. So
it's actually funny. We were standing in front of the Holly booth for like, I don't know, 45 minutes. And it seemed like everybody we knew kept coming, like finding us there. And Jack Stan Jimmy's standing right behind us, signing autographs. Nobody went to him. Not one person. He started giving us evil eye, like, what? Who are you guys?
Yes. That's awesome. Yeah. Did anybody get any autographs?
No.
I did. On my chest.
Oh, yeah.
Prove it.
It's not there anymore. It still has some black, but
nice.
I was walking around with the world famous Casey Ladd, Burnout King, and was like, hey, I bet you $20 I can get a blonde to sign my chest. And because I was on my way to go meet Tess Woods to grab one of her calendars because she saved one for me because I couldn't get over there while she was there. And I said, hey, you want to sign my chest? And she says, you know I'm into weird shit. And so Tony grabbed her a marker and she signed it quick.
That's awesome. Yeah. I didn't get
So
any
did you get your
signatures.
$20?
Huh? No,
No.
I didn't.
Hey, I will say Casey's a pretty cool kid. We
Yeah.
spent just a little bit of time with him. I think he said 8 words the whole time, but seems like pretty awesome dude. Drives that stick shift Camaro around the country doing burnout competitions.
He embraces the drag and drive lifestyle just in burnouts, right? Like he hit 19 events, slept in his car countless nights. Like to sleep in a second gen Camaro after a burnout event with tires in the back seat, you got to be a gangster, right? He was at where was he? He was out at SEMA, did the burnout event out there, and then got to Texas, blew up his transmission, didn't want to put it on a trailer because he hadn't put it on a trailer all year. So he waited 2 days to get it fixed and then couldn't make it home to work. So he just continued on down to the Freedom Factory, went down there, did a burnout, car started on fire, put that out, fixed it, and then drove it home and then came and hung out with us.
That's awesome. Yeah, he definitely lives that life. Him and Jesse Fox need to cruise together.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. He's the biggest advocate for the Great American Detour. He's sharing that thing like crazy.
Yeah, that thing's going to be awesome. We'll talk about it for a minute.
I mean, we can.
Yeah.
We can. Well, I mean, from a promoter's perspective, sir, from the back to the streets there, what do you think about this idea?
Dude, you got something cool going on. I'm excited to see how it works out. Honestly, I'm interested in going. So I'm an East Coast guy originally. I'm like, it sounds like a good deal.
Yeah. Mind you, I've never put anything together like this before. It was just an idea. And I was like, hey, Narks, what do you think about this? And he's like, well, let's talk about it. And it has blown up.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah, it's been very well received. I will say that.
So we're trying. I'm trying. I've never asked for sponsors before, so I got like 18 proposals sent out today. So we'll see how that goes. But if not, I'll just come out of pocket, and American Express will be my sponsor.
Empty pocket funds of Camp Counselor Bob.
Yeah. But yeah. We've got. I just actually put the kind of the unofficial route down. The one that I'm going to be following, which is the Southern Cannonball route, so to speak, and that is dropping down through Indy, hitting St. Louis, and then going through Oklahoma, following 40 all the way across, right? But it's you can't get it done under 3,100 miles, and just have a good time. And my wife's just in the other room, just in here.
I heard that.
Bob, you need to get a sponsor of like a company that transports vehicles for everybody that wants to ship them back.
I'm thinking about that, but hear me out on this. I don't know if Loves watches this, but I'm going to be putting out a proposal to them, completely different than any other sponsor. But I want them to pitch in 1,000 hot dog coupons, because there's nothing more American on the 4th of July than eating hot dogs across America.
Yeah. Man,
I
don't know.
I want a hot dog real bad.
I want a hot dog real bad.
all I'm saying is, if Loves gets on board, that's 1,000 opportunities to get fuel. So
Oh yeah.
hit
And
my line.
who's gonna turn
available.
down hot dogs, man? Like if I can pull in and get a hot dog, I'm definitely getting my fuel at Love's.
Yeah, it
And
reminds
hopefully
me
a
of that.
shower.
It reminds me of that scene from Super Troopers, right? Fuel was so cheap that old Farva just tossed the fuel nozzle in the gas can to get that free hot dog.
Yep, that's exactly right. That's going to be a fun one. I mean, obviously, I'm intending to go. Steven's heard all my plans for the old truck about 4 times since we've been back. He's like, just work on it, please. I'm kind of pumped.
Michael Tooley, he's messaged me about it. Him and his wife are pumped. They're
awesome.
going to do it. I've had some, a lot of good feedback. I mean, Rovic gave me, his game plan. He says, if I do this, this is what I'm going to do. And so, even if we get 30 people, it's going to be a great time.
That's awesome. Linky, what's up, dude?
Hi.
Hi, what are you doing, buddy?
Nothing. Wondering why I'm sitting in his room.
Oh, yeah.
Guess what?
Well, the potato soup's done. John had to go.
Guess what?
What?
You guys,
My dog likes this so much.
Oh, yeah.
This Jaeger.
Oh, yeah.
all right, buddy.
Lambert's a great dog.
Shut the door.
All right, what else? What else we need to talk about?
Don't work, Daddy.
So, Bob, what kind of car do you have?
I have a 51 shoebox Ford. It was big block powered, but due to my lack of being able to keep them alive, we put a Gen 2 small block Ford in it with a pretty sizable turbo.
Okay.
So we're gonna give that a shot.
What do you think the winning ET is going to be for your event?
I would hope it'd be, somewhere mid fives. I feel like that's a realistic goal. I don't think there's going to be any 4-second cars that want to do that. But my goal is run. My goal is to run sub sixes the whole time.
Can you imagine driving a very fast car across the country like that? Dude, no way. Oh man, I was thinking like 620 was what I had in my mind.
Shoot, I won't lie to you. I've got some pretty tall goals, but I'd like to have a 590 average across the country.
That's impressive.
So
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm going to get there, but my big block ran 617 on pump gas, and this turbo LS deal should make a whole lot more steam. So
Hey, he finally got there.
It's Jason's kid, Logan.
But honestly, I
don't think so.
I would like to see some 5-second passes. Even low sixes isn't going to be bad. But driving anything with more than an 850 cage is going to be terrible. If you've got a funny car cage, you've got Kirkies. Maybe you can fit the new Kirky Dragon Drive seat cover. You can pick that up, but that's still going to be uncomfortable. My car's got a suspension bench seat out of a Jeep, so it's kind of comfortable, but it still isn't comfortable driving across the country.
Mm-hmm.
So 535 limited for 850 cage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's pretty quick. That's very fast. I don't know. I think those cars would be tough to do that in.
We would think that, but look at Death Week, right?
Yeah.
You've got the
Jason Russo.
Russo, right? Like the guy runs 535s. He can run faster.
Mm-hmm.
But he drove from New York out there, did Death Week, and then drove back. So the cars are out there to do it. It's just the testicular fortitude to do an event like this is might be hard to find.
Yeah.
Have you talked to Steve Willingham?
Actually, I did. I reached out to him to try and find a place to put some cars, and he said he's going to look for me. So
that is not easy in New York.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Especially like truck and trailer for what could possibly be 2 weeks.
Yeah.
We may have to.
I don't think anyone's going to want to do that, right? Like to be 3,000 miles away from your truck to then have to get back to it to then do that. Like the people who are going to do this, you're going to have 6,000 miles minimum on your car, and you're going to have to drive it out there, drive it back, because unless you can take 2 weeks off of work, there's just no time to get back out to New York to then drive home.
Yeah. Or like what Matt was saying, find a or Doherty, one of the two, we're saying about the transport, hey, pick all these up in St. Louis.
Yep.
Take them to Forest, whatever,
I'm sure there's going to be people transporting.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there's got to be.
What about Englishtown to use as a spot to throw vehicles on the East Coast?
Oh, maybe.
Trailers.
Yeah. How far is that from the city?
Like 35, 40 minutes.
Oh, man, that could work.
You just get a hold of me after this, and we'll you give me the contact or tell me where it's at, because I'm
okay.
Any help would be greatly appreciated.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah, that could be very interesting, because then you could put them there. And dude, I don't know. I'm gonna have to drive my shit.
Yeah, I'm driving mine from the house. My wife, she's from Modesto, and hopefully with the graffiti museum, once they get back to me, if they don't, we'll find another place to put it. But hopefully we'll have a place out there. But she's from there. She's going to drive a truck out there, probably pull a trailer because I'm going to have to work on that Monday. So we're going to be driving by the time this thing's done all the way back, and then I'm going to be jumping in the truck heading to work. So.
Dude, what?
You might want to take a day off, sir.
Yeah, you're gonna do. You're crazy. Yeah.
My wife will chime in here, but I don't really take days off. So,
man, I did like her comment a while ago. It says, Camp Counselor Bob's 7-year-old is hunting for E85 across the nation for a homeschool project. I love that. That's teaching that kid logistics, man.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Well, hey, let's do a quick ad break. What do you think, Eric? You want to give us a quick thanks and all that?
Yep. All right, about halfway. We're a little over halfway through the show, but appreciate everybody that has tuned in so far. And again, we're recapping the PRI event that we were all at. So appreciate all of our race car friends that we saw there, all of our race car friends that signed up for the membership. And again, can't do it without our sponsor, Summit Racing Equipment, Deechworks, Molly Motorsports, Driven Racing Oil, Howard's Cam, J-Wire Solution, AFCO Racing Products, Performa-Built Transmissions, Car Chains 3D, Power Tube TV, WAF Racing, Sweet Patina, and Racing Junk. And then we have, would you want to do the Deechworks one now?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. Deechworks is a leading manufacturer of high-performance fuel system components. The DW product line includes fuel injectors, fuel pumps, pump modules, fuel rails, regulators, filters, lines, fittings, and surge tanks, all engineered to support power levels ranging from 400 to 3,000 plus horsepower. Again, DDR10 for Deechworks as well. You can use that on anything on their website.
Sweet. All right, back to it. So I guess we lost Doherty. I'll message him real quick, see what the heck happened. I think he locked up and then
potato soup at 8:30. Yep. He said so. He had
dang, waited till 8:30. Go ahead.
Talking about Deechworks, I talked to them for a while on their pump hats or on their tank hats and stuff like that, and they're coming out with a new pump size that's like a 500 in tank. That's like a unit you buy. Right now it's only a 400, but they're coming out with a 500 where I can just replace the pump hat. So when I get ready to go to that system, I'll probably go ahead and buy that hat.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Yep. At least talk to some people.
Right, they had a ton of cool stuff. We got to hang out with them, drink some beers on Friday night with them. And, dude, Jason and Nico were over there. What was Jason looking at? Jason was all over something.
Where at?
At Deechworks on Friday night.
We were talking about fuel pumps and their 2-speed pumps and stuff like that, the A10 and everything.
That A10's an animal.
Yeah.
Like Able Racing did a dyno, and I think it was like 1,200 and some wheel horsepower on E85 single pump.
Dang.
We're talking sumps and stuff like that. Like they got like the big one where it's like I forget the name of the company, like the more like the oval type inserts for a cell or whatever. They don't have the standard 12-bolt one with the triple pump yet, but I guess it's in the works. Maybe next season they're talking about. I've been looking at the snow performance one where there's no hoses on it or anything. It's just a billet manifold. It's all Viton O-ringed and everything. So that's probably what's going to go into this thing.
Nice.
But if Deechworks gets one going out, I'd be more than willing to entertain that as well. But just Hurley's wife's car, the Skylark he took on the circuit, he's having some issues with the tank that he sumped for it. So we're going with the cell. So he was trying to find out options for that and stuff.
That's badass.
But they're very innovative. I mean, as far as like the 2-speed pumps and stuff like that, it's really sweet for like a streetcar deal that's, willing to get down. I know Holly Robs has one in her car. I think she's got a dual pump setup in that thing, and it's been deep in the nines. So I mean that's pretty badass, and they
I
drive
love
the shit
the
out of that thing. So
yeah, I love the hob switch stuff or whatever you want to call it. Like whenever it starts to see boost, it brings in the second pump.
yeah,
Yeah, that's my jam. I don't think I need that in the old truck. It doesn't make enough power for 2 pumps, but
yeah.
it maybe one day.
So what are you needing for the truck? I guess is a good question to get it going. Is there anything that we can do?
No, just time. I need to pull the downpipe out and put in 2 O2 sensors, different locations, and then get a new tune basically. So we got a new Howard's camshaft and valve train in there after we destroyed the one at race week, Mega Week on day one. It's even annihilated 2 of the pistons, and then really that's it. I mean, just some time on. I want to do a full nut and bolt check on the truck. I hadn't done anything like that in about the last 5,000 miles. So right time to make sure everything's still nice and tight. So
Yeah, you're gonna have to do that before this trip.
Yes.
yeah, for sure. I intend to drive it a lot next year. That's kind of my goal. Is we've got a 8x10 trailer or a 6x10 trailer. I want to throw a golf cart in it and cruise the country, pulling that thing everywhere. So to do that, you need to make sure shit's right. So
That's awesome.
Change some fluids, all that kind of stuff.
I'm hoping with any luck, I'll pull my car out of the garage Saturday.
Nice.
Remember, I don't know how to do the whole beep boop thing because I'm used to a carburetor. So old Josh Wright hooked me up with a Camp Counselor Bob startup tune, and should be able to pull that out of the shop.
Nice.
Sweet.
Steven said his phone died.
Oh no.
Right. Yeah, so that's kind of my goal. So I'm going to take it pretty easy next week. There's not going to be a show next week, and I'm going to lay back some and work on that stuff. I'd like to just kind of dick around in the shop, to be honest, just spend a couple hours out here getting a reset, that we've had a pretty busy year. We've pushed pretty hard, especially the last 2 or 3 months, and I'm ready for a couple of days off. So, so that, and then, tires, I'd like to burn through this set and then get another set before we really kick off the season. So to do that, you gotta drive that thing and do burnouts,
Yeah.
Take videos.
Oh, for sure. I mean, that's
I need another one of you doing like a huge heater out there and just the giggle afterwards, dude. It's just, it's so good, Like I know that feeling. That's a damn good feeling right there.
Oh yeah, the second gear roller as it just really begins to paint that line is kind of my favorite. Yeah, that's always a fun one.
You had plenty of giggles at PRI too.
Oh, dude, man, we had a good time.
The one story just had me cracking up though.
Blue Moon and my stomach were not friendly. Is all we're gonna say about that. And I don't know why those bathrooms are so echoey in there, but let's just say we all got a good chuckle out of that.
The acoustics in the bathroom.
They were great. Yeah. Oh yeah, it was a good time. It was a real good time. Let's run through some photos real quick. These are just stuff that we grabbed, obviously hanging out with Luke B. We were standing there, and Mike Cotton, Dave Newbern were there. So that was pretty fun to hang out with those guys. And Cotton actually said he listens to the show.
He did.
So big thing to him. He said he turns it on sometimes when he's in the shop working, and we appreciate that for him or from him doing that. So that's pretty cool. And then, of course, we were over in the Power Tube TV booth. They did a full commercial for us that they'll be sending over to us. That's just, it's kind of neat to see your stuff on somebody else's videos and things. Never did get to see Sean, the What No Way guy. Sadly, we kept trying to kind of time that, but timing was not right there. And then, of course, Mr. Jim Greenleaf there with Eric and his cover shot of the Summit catalog there. Again, this is Eric's second cover photo for Summit, so that's pretty cool. The Great American Detour, I don't know if y'all have heard about this. Big deal. It's kind of across the country. We're going to drive all over the place. Deech Works, Performer Built, Ryan's awesome. Performer Built Transmissions, the official transmission builder of Drag Driver Pete. 7-second 4L60. That's all I should have to say to anybody. Just if you want a Gene transmission built to the hilt, they are the dudes. The banner was really cool. I haven't even taken it out of the truck. I feel bad, but it's going to go up here in the shop, probably on the back wall of the podcast room. To be honest, the Race Car Friends banner, we had everybody sign that kind of came by the booth or was at the award show or something like that. That was a pretty good time. Eric designed that, so good job on that. It looks freaking awesome.
My favorite picture is Stoney and Travis laying on the floor signing it.
Yes. Yeah, that was a good one. They were like, "Can we sign it?" We're like, "Yeah." They're like, "Let's do it on the floor." It was great. I'll pull that up here in a minute. And then this Volvo, dude. I'm a Volvo guy. I don't know if everybody knows that. I like these. I like the quirky, boxy body style. This one had like a 650 horsepower 2J in it that could be turned up to like 900. So had a 315 on the back. So pretty salty rig here. He was trying to explain all the suspension pieces and stuff, and I was like, I don't care. It's badass. It was awesome.
I think it was a
17-inch front rotor on that thing or something. It was massive.
Huge. Yeah. I think it was 13 or 14 inches big. And this turbo, this is like a Cummins block to give you guys an idea of how big this turbo is. I have a reel that's Eric's hand. It's as big as Eric's hand.
Yeah. My hand almost touched the fins.
It's crazy. I don't know what size it was. Nobody was around with that, but I mean, dude, that gigantic, mega huge. I don't even know. It was a single. I mean, maybe this was just for display, but it looked like a real turbo to me.
Did it have one of them big like shutters for the inlet for like a runaway or anything like that too?
No,
that stuff's always crazy.
Yeah, no, it didn't. Like maybe it should, but it did not. So. This one. Yeah, this one would suck in like small goats, man. This thing was huge.
Looking at that, it looks like they even did an equal length header.
Yeah. Like, does it matter at that point? I mean, like what's 50 psi from something that's 140 millimeters?
A lot.
All of it.
A lot. Yeah. Somebody said airflow. And then I really like this Pro Charger wall with all the champions. I thought that was freaking cool, man. To have this listed, there's a bunch of drag and drive names on it. Matt Frost is on there. Chuck Stefanski, Lane Kavar from Redwood Rattleys on there. Man, there's somebody else.
Jeff Kirchick.
Oh yeah, Jeff Kirchick on there. He's the one that actually told us about it, I think. I thought this was really cool. I think I may do this for the booth next year.
I was just going to say, this looks perfect for DDR next year.
Right, as one of the walls. Like you could, we could put all the winners, class winners, break it down by 850 stuff. I mean, whatever we wanted to do. I thought this was pretty neat. So big shout out to Pro Charger for putting that together. That's pretty badass. I can't imagine the workload of putting all of that information together.
Right.
Because you would almost have to get it from racers, maybe. Ugh. No way. It doesn't sound like any fun, because I know what it's like getting information from racers. That's and usually wrong. So
I think one thing PRI could do that would help us promoters and even purchasers of the components put a map together with all the companies and where they're from, in the U.S.
Interesting. So like it would show the booth number, who it is, and then where they're from?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I was looking for checkpoints. What are companies in Southern Indiana that I could go to for a checkpoint? I don't know. I'm out Googling.
Yeah, I mean, because I don't think you can even search for it on their site by location.
Nope.
Because interesting. I wonder if it's in the. Do you get the PRI magazine? I wonder if it would be in there by state. I'll look when I get in the house. I'll look and see if it's in there by state, because there's some way it breaks it down, but maybe it's just alphabetical.
Yeah.
Or do you have a person at PRI? Like, do you have a contact? Okay.
No, I just mooch off booths like you.
Well, I didn't, because we have a booth that just is so, our stuff is so different. Hold on.
What did you guys think of the 10 by 20 versus the 10 by 10?
Way better.
Way better.
Yeah. Do you think it's worth it for maybe a 10 by 30
Yes.
and a couch in the middle, like an actual spot to hang out?
I think you guys should partner up with one of the bigger booths.
Talk to me. What do you mean?
I don't know. Like Racetronics this year had a huge booth. I feel like it was maybe a little underutilized.
I don't know if I made it by there. I know I saw his car. I know I saw the car, but I don't remember.
It was right down the road from you.
I don't remember the booth itself, but yeah, we had talked about that at one point, is just, setting up in one of the sponsor booths.
Yeah. Yeah. Like
but
some, I feel like they have a huge space, but
yeah.
Yeah, but when you look at the amount of people that we had, like in and around the booth all weekend, like it'd be hard to invade somebody's booth with that many people.
They would probably love it.
The amount of people that showed up, and then the amount of people we had there, like you almost had to like walk away to like make room sometimes. Like, oh, I'm gonna let some of these people in there. I'll take a lap. I'll be back.
Yeah. One thing I did notice is we had tables along the back wall of our booth. I think we'll take those out next time. Like we'll have some other way to have stuff stored or something. I don't know, but we definitely, that limited 3 feet of depth. And then with the tables on the side, that kind of limited another 5 or 6 feet. So we were stuck there in the middle again. So need to probably do a better job of like eliminating some of that stuff, and give people room to get into the booth.
Well, I mean, we got 340 days to figure it out.
Yeah. Is it that close already? Shit.
I have no idea. That's just off the
That's probably close. 359 days or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Every time we lead up to it, I'm like, man, was this worth it? Was this worth it? And then the minute Thursday morning comes around and we've got 20 people standing in the alleyway there, I'm like, okay, it was worth it.
Johnny Allen is asking if you have anybody signed up.
Okay, so that's actually a pretty good point. So one of the hard things about having a free entry drag and drive is how do I have people register for it with the intent of actually showing up? And so this week I'm coming up with a plan. I actually just reached out to Karen at Get Gapped for some artwork and some T-shirts. Because I have an idea there where, maybe, we'll put some T-shirts out. They buy a T-shirt, register them for the event. So that way, we can keep track of that and go from there. But trying to figure all that out. This is when we announced the event, we put the cart in front of the horse. And now I'm trying to get the horse back in front of the cart. So there are a lot of people that have reached out. I would say committed. I mean, I know of probably 12 people that are in for sure. So
what about taking the deposit and giving it back to them when they complete it?
Not a bad idea. Or show up day one. Because here's what I think will happen, to be honest.
I think you got to complete it.
Well, I mean,
then what do I do with that money? Because that's fucked. Damn, I'm sorry. God, you guys are never going to invite me on here again.
There's the folks that, we're fine. The folks that are watching this long, they're good. Yeah. They've heard it before. They probably said it today.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't know.
Because I don't think a shirt's enough money to make somebody come.
Right.
Yeah.
Like that's probably true, but at the same time, do they need to register? Do we need the struggle with having folks register? We almost need a head count.
Yeah, and that's what I'm looking
to
for,
know
right?
for parties, right?
Well, yeah, because I mean that's the thing, right? We're having a party in New York, we're having a party in California. I need to know how many people I need to feed at this party, right? So it's like, do I get enough food for 200, and then whatever doesn't show up, we just take it to the homeless shelter, and then now I know how much I need to buy in California with some attrition, or is it, hey, you buy a T-shirt, right? But like you don't get a T-shirt till you show up. Same way, when you register for an event, it's here's the T-shirt. You get when you show up, you get your T-shirts, you get your decals, and things of that nature. Just to get that head count, because if someone's not willing to put $30 towards it, like, I don't know, because they're not going to get their shirt if they don't show up.
Yeah.
Then, so it's kind of a hard thing. Now, don't get me wrong. Having the idea of you pay a deposit and you get your money back when you arrive or when you finish. But for the people that don't finish, what do I do with that money? Because at that point, now it's a profit, and I've got to look at tax harbors and stuff.
I can help you with that. But what about Narcs' idea of doing a charity?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good idea to talk through.
Yeah,
or a payout.
Oof.
Top 3 payout.
That's scary.
Don't advertise it.
Yeah, don't advertise fans. Let it be a surprise. Johnny Allen saying, what does the route look like? There is no designated route. Johnny, you can find it out. The Great American Detour is a Facebook group, and he's posting some stuff in there so far. There's a preferred route. I mean, we'll say that. Or not preferred, but hey, this is what Robert's taken route. It'll follow sort of how my route will go. I'm definitely using this as my Route 66 trip. You know what I mean? Like I wanted to run that point to point in 2026 anyways. So I'm using this as my trip for that. So my route will be just a little different than his, but I'm telling you, I say this every time, I'm going to slide in at the last minute. Like I'm using every possible minute to get as many things check marked, pictured, all the scavenger hunt stuff, all that stuff. I'm going to be the last one pulling into the parking lot because this is about the trip for me, the experience, the whole thing, not getting there very fast.
So, and we have to have somewhat of a preferred route in order for me to reach out to racetracks and get their schedules. So I've got a preferred route. I'll probably do the route, the typical Cannonball route as well. I'll get tracks for that one because for the first 12 hours of that trip, it's the same thing, and then after that, you're running through Iowa, running through Nebraska, Colorado, dropping in through Arizona, and then California or Nevada. So there will be for the first 12 hours of the trip, everyone's basically on the same route, and then you split off at Indy. So it's, do you go south? Do you go north? And, we can look at it from there.
Going south, and I'm asking Mocan, Tulsa Raceway Park, and Thunder Valley if they'll open for a test and tune to the public that night.
Yeah.
There may be cars with me that night, but listen, open to everybody else. I'll help you promote it.
Yeah. Well, and we can reach out to, other ones. We've got Amarillo, Albuquerque, and honestly, Albuquerque would be a good one. Albuquerque's was like an 8-hour drive to Los Angeles. So if you're there Friday night, hit a test and tune in Albuquerque, and then blast off from there, beat the LA traffic. I mean, you could be sitting at the Portofino at 5 a.m, and then you got a 5-hour drive to Modesto, right? Yeah. Trip's over. So, depending on the logistics of it, you've got those options as well.
Yeah.
What's your trailer rules?
There is no trailer rules. This is a long enough trip. If you've got a race car pulling a dual axle trailer, good for you, bud.
Yeah, I'm gonna need someone to sleep a little bit. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I think that's what's going to be different about this one as Dragon Drive has really become so popular. Is there's not many rules. It's more of specialty trophies. You know what I mean? Like it's not.
Yeah.
There's no classes breakdowns. There's some index type stuff he's got in mind and things like that.
Yeah, and I've got the index stuff in mind. I mean, you're going to have my main three are, you've got the fastest average ET, of course, and then you have the fastest single pass, right? Like if we got somebody that's, doing a moonshot on their last pass and makes it and runs a, 490, they're getting a trophy, right?
And they still complete the whole route.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, got to be on site.
You got to be at the Modesto party to get an award.
Yeah.
And then most consistent, right? So like if we have someone running a triple O average in the 10-0 to 20-0 class, then they're winning a trophy, right? Because they did something there.
So, and all 8th mile.
It's all 8th
mile passes at whatever track you find, but all 8th mile. And then 4 tracks in 3 different states, and you have to have a minimum of 6 passes.
Yeah.
He's taking notes.
Oh, hell yeah, I am.
I like it.
And I'm running the index different than everybody else does as well, right? Because I mean it's a detour. Everything about this is different, and so your index classes, you're gonna have your typical 4.0 to 5.0 or your 4.0 to 5.0, but it's gonna be 4.0 to 499 or 5.0 to 599. So we'll just use 6.0 for an example. But like your 6.0 to 699, if you've got someone running 688 and they run 688, 688, 689, and a 686, and then you've got somebody that's running 6.0, 6.0, 603, 604. This car was faster, but this car was more consistent. That 680 car is winning the class. Okay. Now, say you're in that 6.0 class and you can't slow your car down enough on one of the passes and you turn in a 5-second pass, that automatically bumps you to the next bracket.
So you're going to make it hard on them and harder.
Yeah.
What you're saying.
This is going to be the hardest trip you take all year.
Man, but I think people need that, I think people need that trip. And this is a great year to do it. Again, I'm using it as my my Route 66 trip. In 2026, dude, think of all the cool cars that are going to be traveling along that route during that time. Like, it is the week of America. It's the week of the 4th of July, bro.
And that's why we need to have a hot dog sponsor. So I hope Loves is watching. But, the other thing about it is,
if somebody eats a hot dog every day across the country, they're going, man, that's
Isn't
it.
Adam
Better be
famous
from
for
Loves.
that?
Do what?
Isn't Adam Dory famous for that?
Oh yeah, he's a hot dog guy.
Yeah.
Or was it Tom Bagley too, right?
Oh yeah.
I know he likes corn dogs, but that's still a hot dog in there.
Right, somewhere in there. That's awesome.
Bob, you need a hotel sponsor, like Holiday Inn Express.
I've heard some great stories about Oyos, so I think I'm going to go with those.
Oh, nice. That's a good place, man.
We get some Motel 8s in there.
We'll get stabbed. Really ramp up the experience there. You get no sleep and bed bugs, man.
Hey, I know all about that, right?
Oh yeah.
Didn't even make it to PRI. I had to throw away my clothes.
Oh man. All right, what haven't we talked about as we wind down the show? What's out there? What'd you see? What have you thought of since we started this to talk about from PRI? What about when everybody left? How cool was that? Like, that's worth staying till the very end. Even though it was snowy and gross and cold.
I know. I was trying to fly out Saturday, and you talked me into staying until Sunday. And honestly, it was good because of that, but also because anyone that was trying to leave Saturday, I think almost everyone had their flight delayed or canceled or whatever too because of the weather.
Travis, great example there. He was headed to the airport and it got canceled. And he's like, I'm coming back.
Yeah, I think he made it all the way to the airport.
Oh wow.
Because he said it was like $100 Uber ride round trip.
Oh, ouch.
Yeah, a little rough.
Yeah.
But
anything else?
He got to stay and he got to eat Fogo.
Yeah.
Which
is
I
great.
can say the storm was brutal. It took us 8.5 hours to get home, 30 miles an hour the whole way.
Oh man, were y'all driving in it the whole time?
Oh yeah,
Oh man,
When
Yeah,
did
by
you
the
leave?
time-
Saturday.
Okay.
Oh yeah. By the time we left Sunday, dude, the roads were pretty dry.
By the time we got out of Indy, it was 80 mile an hour all the way to Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I should have stayed.
I know it's
Yeah.
60 degrees when we touched down in Denver too.
Oh
So
wow.
it was pretty nice.
Yeah, it's
I
warmed
think it was
back up a little
minus
bit here, but
5
it's-
when we left the hotel in the morning
Ugh.
or something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It took until I think like 11 o'clock until we saw double digits.
Yeah.
Maybe even longer. And
You know-
I'll tell you this much: I know Stoney and Doherty aren't in here anymore, but 4 adult dudes was never meant for a Dodge Ram truck. Those are kid back seats, man. It just
Yeah.
wasn't quite big enough. I
You know-
couldn't stretch out enough.
One thing to kind of touch on is it's kind of cool to see what the IHRA is doing.
Yeah.
The IHRA, they are.
You're
they're-
going to start this with 5 minutes left in the show. I'm in. Let's.
You asked. What the IHRA is doing, for the industry as well as, I know that there's been some turmoil with the NHRA, IHRA stuff, but NHRA stepping up with speed promotions, doing small tire or big floppy tired back or quarter steel roof and quarter cars,
Mhm.
with the street outlaw guys, and the IHRA buying up a bunch of tracks and getting racing back. And shoot, 5 years ago, motorsports was trending downward, and I think right now we're at a point in the industry where it's becoming a big thing. Look at Drag and Drive, the amount that it's grown since it started.
Cars are back, baby. And whether you like what IHRA is doing or not, because I've had a lot of conversations on both directions with a lot of people. Hey, at least they're into cars. They're into horsepower and cars racing or boats racing each other.
Hey, all I know is if I gotta
Tractor
make
pulls, all
if I gotta make two social media posts, I could do that while I'm using the bathroom, but that is no big deal.
Matt, how, dude? Like, people that are racing they're so crazy with that. Like, oh man, I can't. When did I become the promoter? Like, dude, it's 2 posts. You posted the bitching about it. Like, and it's for
it
one
didn't say
class.
it. It didn't
They
say
weren't
it
even
had to be
racing
positive.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Yeah. They could make that post. Who cares?
Right.
What do you think would happen if we rolled that out at our events? You think people do it?
They already do, right? Race car friends.
Yeah. It blew my mind that people were like, "What are you talking about? I'm not paid to be the promoter." Dude, race car guys have it hard, right? Because we build the entertainment and then we go out there and we pay to race and all that kind of stuff. But hey, that's the way it is. If you don't like it, build a better program.
Yeah.
Shit,
Or
I don't know what
if
to
you
tell
don't,
you.
or
If you want to
you
get
know,
paid to race, you got to show up and you got to race and race well.
you can go
choose
play
your
pickup basketball at the Y if you don't like it, right? Like,
But you're still going to pay for that.
yeah.
Yeah.
But Drag and Drive, we're kind of used to that though. Like, but Drag and Drive has a cult following. Look at Matt and June's event, right? Like, the people who go to Matt and June's event, they follow them to the end of earth. Look at Drag Driver Pete with Race Car Friends, right? You guys get a ton of posts with Race Car Friends in it. At least, I see it especially on these episodes. Everyone's like, "Oh, Race Car Friends." Sick the Mag started 5 years ago, and they took the motorsports world by storm. So it's as we continue to progress through time and continue to grow the sport, it's just unfortunately that's how you grow it. And if people can't get behind that, then that's just them being petty.
I had a conversation today with someone, and they were it was negative on one side, and I was like, I said the one thing about it is we're really watching something that's never happened before, right? We've never seen this kind of one-time investment in a year and all that kind of stuff. And they were like, what if? And the crazy part about what if, and my wife hates this conversation, is because I'm like, what if it goes well? Man, people just can't handle that. They're like, well, I just can't. I don't know if I can get behind that. Why wouldn't you? Who cares? It's not your money. You know what I mean? Like, what's it matter? And NHRA has done 75 years of automotive hot rod drag racing business, right? They've grown. If it's a small amount every year, they've still grown for 75 years, right? Now you have IHRA and this dude with a bunch of money who's trying to spend it all on racing somehow. The one thing I think that people get scared of is we don't have a, hey, this is my 10-year plan with all of this stuff that I'm doing. One, because he doesn't have to do that and doesn't have to give us that. But then two, like, maybe that's something they're keeping close to the vest. Maybe they're not wanting to put all that stuff out because people will sabotage it.
I'm not sure they know. I don't think
and they may not. They may not.
Shoot, with the acquisition of the WDRA, I mean, they're just growing.
That didn't surprise me though. The WDRA deal, because it was IHRA and then WDRA split, several years ago because they were in fight. Yeah. So like a lot of those guys were originally IHRA guys.
Yeah.
So, those guys weren't ever mad at the IHRA. They were, but they weren't like, we want the death. We want IHRA to go away forever. It was just like, we're going to go over here and do our stuff. So it makes sense. I mean, but now IHRA is big, 117 tracks. I mean, 118, 19 tracks now. Like, I don't know. I'm not saying get on board with him, but like, maybe don't drag his ass every time we get a chance.
He's doing something for motorsports, right? It's all right in my book. What good publicity, bad publicity, it's all good. Let's.
Will there ever be a drag and drive sanctioning body?
In conversations with sponsors that I have had, or conversations I've had with sponsors, there's no need for one yet. Simply because, one, all of the tracks we race at are sanctioned, which help, like that provides insurance and things like that for racers that are there.
Not all, okay.
Well, but I mean, most, not 98% of them are. But on the other side, like, is there a standard set of rules? That's really what you would be looking, in my opinion, that's what you would be looking for a sanctioning body. Do we need that yet? I don't know. Have we found the right formula for drag and drive yet? I don't know. And like your event is so different than what even our event is at the circuit. Like, I would hate for somebody to come in and say, hey, that's not a drag and drive. Man, if you don't use averages, you're not a drag and drive. Like, dude, that would suck, So I don't know.
We'll be outlaw forever, I'm sure.
Dude,
our deal, yeah. And we like it,
yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's the way it is, dude. Hey, listen,
I like this guy.
Back to the Streets is one of my favorite events. I will put that on my mama. It's awesome. The Dan Chandler, John Force burnout that ruined the starting line, that ended up giving us one of the best days in my drag racing spectator coverage history. It was perfect, dude. And I know how hard that was a decision to make, but it was the right one. And racing half track was freaking awesome.
Half track arm drop, yep.
Yeah, half track arm drop, bro. Like, does it get any cooler than that? I don't know if it does or not. It was
Who
badass.
wants to flag the race?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man, it was a good time, dude. Like, Back to the Streets is the top event, and I would for sure hate for somebody to ever say that it wasn't a drag and drive, because it's probably a harder one. I mean, look at Austin Sanchez, won 3 of them, and has a 3-gallon cell in that thing. Drove the first year drove 18 miles or something, 20 miles on one tank, and they had to fill it up.
Brought 2 55-gallon drums of methanol.
Yeah, pull them on a trailer with a car that, what's that car run? 4s?
Yep.
Like,
maybe.
Dude,
supposedly.
Crazy. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I've never seen
allegedly,
but it's fast. Don't catch him on the street. You don't want any of that, I promise.
Yeah, shoot. I mean, we, just out of the respect for your event, we changed the name of the event. You changed the name of our event, right? Because we were bouncing names around at the beginning. We were going to call it the United Streets of America, but we're like, there's Back to the Streets. We don't want to play on that. So,
appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah. I mean, dude, you've built a great brand.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorites for sure. And I'm coming back this year. It's on my list.
All right, cool.
Yeah,
Heck
can't
yeah.
miss it. So this is a year of first. We're doing a lot of new events to me on the list, which is becoming more difficult because then I'm like, oh man, I don't want to miss this one either. So sorry, honey, if she's watching it all, I'm just let's buy an RV and just hit the road.
I got one
Well,
for you.
right? Oh man, I don't need to own one of them for real. All right, well, y'all, thank you very much for coming on tonight. We had no notes, no anything. It was just PRI stories and dudes hanging out talking, so it's kind of weird to think this may be one of the last shows of the year. Like if we do one more, I don't know if we're going to do it. We definitely won't do it on a Wednesday night because we got 2 holidays stacked up on Wednesday nights next. So this may be it. And you guys were part of it. We appreciate you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks.
All right. We're going to put you guys backstage and wrap this thing up. Dude, what a fun time, man.
Oh, absolutely.
That was cool. I enjoyed having those guys on and getting to kind of hang out. Like that's one thing that was nice about PRI was the opportunity to spend a little bit of time with everybody and kind of go through all of that stuff. So why don't you just send us out and we'll get out of here.
Yeah, I feel like this was honestly the first chance since PRI to actually kind of sit down and relax. So
yeah.
Once again, appreciate all of our race car friends. I see you got a little video in here. Is that something we're gonna play at the end of the show, or?
Yep, sure is.
All right. So again, thank you very much to all of our race car friends that tuned in tonight, that came and seen us at PRI, that signed up for the Race Car Friends membership. Again, we appreciate all of you guys for supporting us and everything that we do around here. And we can't do it without this great list of sponsors: Summit Racing Equipment, Deechworks, Molly Motorsports, Driven Racing Oil, Howard's Cam, J-Wire Solution, AFCO Racing Products, Performa-Built Transmissions, Car Chain 3D, Power Tube TV, WAF Racing, Sweet Patina, and Racing Junk.
All right, guys, we'll see you next time.